Okay, so next up is Slark, another carry. He is not completely left to his own. Not a complete stun or bash ability, but bounce is really nice. Leashes the target close to you. They're not disabled though, they can still do whatever they want. They just can't leave like this small area, right? So anyways, you're gonna be getting something like Basher anyways to combine with that. You don't need an effect like this, like a nice pure root ability, stun ability. So yeah, starting from the beginning though, you'll be getting power threads. Power threads is because attack speed pretty much, and 10 bonus agility, which also is attack speed. Actually, is attack speed, and that is mainly, especially like in Slark case, goes with essence shift. You just steal stats on every hit. You get agility, they lose one of each. So it's just nice to start the early build for the synergy with the essence shift, right? That's how you build up Slark in fights. That's how you end up deleting people when you're still enough. So start with that, and then the next one also is going to be in the combination with the essence shift. Echo Saber just gives you 2 quick attacks, kind of similar to what you're trying to do with Monkey King. He needs like 4 hits to activate his damage and lifesteal. Slark steals more stats that as more attacks he can make. So it kind of goes well, right? You kind of started with this, now have 2 fast attacks. You're kind of stealing a lot of stats early on, right, already. And you gotta have to build them like that to have that build up as an opener and everything, right? So another great item, it gives you nice extra stats as well. Even strength is nice for somebody like Slark. Gonna be there, you're gonna be taking damage in fights. You have to chase, you have to utilize your stolen damage boost. So yeah, all of the benefits from this item, really, even mana regeneration, because you kind of get you can get tricky with mana at times, especially when you're spamming these, right? Yeah, the thing with that Dark Pact, this can just dispel almost anything. It can dispel something like Bloodseeker's ult or like Husker's Burning Spear, but some other effects like Gondor's ult, where he can track, you can dispel that. If you press this and anybody casts, like let's say you get silenced by Orchid or anything, if you press this, you get silenced by Orchid before this explodes. When it explodes, it's gonna remove the Orchid effect or Bloodthorn effect. So like stuff like that, you can kind of time this if you expect an attack, and you can, or like Shackle effect from Shadow Shaman. I also believe it just completely removes it. So yeah, it's just a nice way to you can kind of pre-cast this if you expect something like that being cast on yourself. But yeah, that would be that. Next item that you should make always anyways is Shadow Blade into Silver Edge. It's mostly to just kind of relieve all the stress from your ult. Ult is amazing at all, it's another windwalk effect, but the thing with ult is they can't see you, no matter what they have, dust or wards or gem even, they can never see you while you attack. It also regenerates your health. So this is always kind of the spell you want to save. If something happens, if you're kind of prevented from attacking further, it's just a great spell to save for that type of stuff. Also, if you really need to open up with this in a fight, once you get out of this, there's always another similar effect which can just hide you or buff you if you want to attack more or just get away. Combined with the pounce, of course, jump out of combat. So they really synergize off of each other, and the break ability is also really nice, right? Let's say there's like an early Phantom Assassin. You can easily just hit her with that break. Later on, of course, you definitely need Monkey if that's the hero playing against, but for like early stuff, it's really great in that case. And then it's kind of like it's gonna be like a choice probably. If you have time and you can kind of maneuver in the fights with like the ability to do your job, to hit, to get the kills, your carry job, you can go ahead and make Basher. You'll be making Basher anyways. Like another ability to go with the pounce. you attack fast, there's a double attack there. It's gonna give you a lot of procs. You wanna keep him in place, keep him close, so you just keep attacking without them being able to move, keep stealing the stats. That's just how the Slark goes, and these are really a great synergy of each other combined with the Essence Shift. They really go well together. So if you have time to make all of this, go ahead. If there's no time, I would kind of skip the blink then, just for a while, and then maybe rush Black King bar. If the situation is that bad that you can't really move around, get kills without getting disabled a lot, it might just be the case where you have like a couple of items and Black King has to happen immediately. If you can maneuver or there's no need, get the Basher first and then this. You can also stop there and just upgrade Basher to Abyssal. It's a nice castable stun there. You open up with this, steal stats, Bash can proc normal Bash, passive Bash, steal more stats, pounce on them, double quick attack here, even stealing more stats. You can see how it goes. Vanguard effect is also really nice in this weapon. You're gonna be there in the fights in enemies' faces. It's just a great item to help you last in fights. Continue stealing items, stats. So yeah, if you wanna rush it, you can just get this done. Before like the whole slot thing ends, I mean getting all your slots filled up, you can get something like Skadi. I like getting Skadi because of another slow effect, right? Slow effect with this, with Bash. You kind of go with the whole team of bashing and slowing down, getting fast attacks. Keep the target occupied as much as you can and get all of the stats before you kill them, and then just pounce on another one. So also, if anybody wants to attack you, they're gonna get lifesteal reduced, attack speed reduced on you. It's just a great item in general. You need stats anyways. I just like getting this. Now instead of that, there's also an option like Sanjay Yasha at some point if you wanna make it. And there's also Lincoln Sphere. But Lincoln Sphere is really, if somehow I don't have to make this at all, although that's gonna be really rare. If I don't have to get Black King bar, but I feel like there's just maybe one or two spells that can kind of bother me, and you can get away with Lincoln Sphere. That was the only case, and the other case would be if there's Legion Commander. So Legion Commander that knows how to play, has a blink, can just blink in and open up with you. Lincoln Sphere blocks his hurled every time, so that also might be a good time to make it. But if not, you can run with something like this. If the game goes that late, you can just sell your Echo Saber, and the last one I recommend getting is just Satanic. Why Satanic? You'll be stealing a lot of stats, fights gonna drag on. When you steal so much stats, why not just turn around, press this, heal back up. You can even use ult to heal more if they put you down more, right? It's kind of like another really nice effect that just works with the hero because you'll be stealing damage constantly. You're just constantly stealing damage, constantly buffing your damage and armor and attack speed. Like, that's all the things that agility gives you, so why not get some extra health, some more damage, it's also plus 4 damage, and some passive lifesteal already there, and then a big, huge lifesteal if you press the spell, the item actually, right? So I like to end it up with this. You can also make Satanic early, maybe instead of this slot, because this is really fine, but yeah, you can just kind of pick and choose how you want to go, but I would just round it up with Satanic. And yeah, one item, I just kind of forgot. So Monkey, as always, like I said, if there's Phantom Assassin, if there's anybody with Butterfly Effect, and you kind of feel this is not enough to kill him, it might not be enough because this is 4 seconds only, and then it goes on cooldown for 20 seconds, which is a lot of time that you have to go through. Monkey's immediate effect on every hit, 80%. So if you see, I would kind of just get this instead of anything that would be here, like that would be Skadi. If not, if there's like a Butterfly Effect or Phantom, I would just get this. And yeah, I know this is already an effect, but Slark is not. The thing with Slark is not then like an explosive that fast killing hero. He kind of needs to get his damage going with the stat steal. Right, he's not a phantom assassin with big crits, kill you in 1-2 shots. He's not faceless void. They can just create the whole lockout and kill you in there. He needs to build up the damage. So yeah, that's kind of why I feel like this is not enough to break those effects and kill him. Obviously, if your teammates jump with you, but it requires a really good team that kind of know, like, hey, I'm gonna break their effect and then like help me kill them fast. Hey, maybe it can be done because of the bash, right? Break their effect, bash them. If you're lucky, and then you bash them again, so they kind of locked. Yeah, it's a lot of ifs though. It's a lot of ifs. So yeah, my build would look something like this. Finally, if there's no need for this or like this, like I said, this other optional item. So yeah, something like this. Talent tree quickly. I would just think Pounce Leash, keep him more closer. This is also nice, but this just beats it. Second one you can really choose. Pack damage is nice. It's not that much though, and it's not a spell that you kill with. It's kind of like more utility spell, right? So this might be just better if you're much lower. Although this kind of regenerates you fast enough, anyways. But you can kind of buff your ult just to be safe, right? Third one, I would always take the right one, right? Like more stealing, more stat steal. This can be also great. This can be great, especially if you have to open up with ult. There's some games where you just can't really enter the fight properly. Slark doesn't play Blink really, right? So if you find yourself opening a lot with ult, because they can see you with this, so the only way to kind of get in there is with ult, this might be the better option. But this is kind of always a kind of guaranteed value because you attack anyways. This goes off of every attack, whether in ult or out of ult. Every attack gives you, so I kind of have to think about that one. Really, I can say I would by default I would take the right one, and then it depends on the enemy pick on your team, right? As well. And last one, of course, more ult. Essence shift. You already have 80 seconds. Pushing that to 130 it's not really gonna be something crazy that wins you the game, right? 80 seconds is more than enough. There's not a single fight that lasts that long, even 2 fights. Maybe if you kind of kill them, kill one, kill another, then go more and more. But usually the fight would end in that encounter, or at least leave them really crippled. So having +1 second on ult gives you more health, more survivability, more DPS per second, right? Because they can see you and you're attacking. I guess it goes even better if you put some stuff here, but right, yeah, you can just pick and choose. But this is something that I would have went for anyways. So the pounds, this one is pretty much like whatever, and then agility and ult. And yeah, that will be it. You can get the shard if you want, if you have the money, some extra money. Create small shroud, 300 radius. It's not a big, it's a small radius, but pretty much creates AoE of your ult for anybody from your team, allies. They can hide here. The only problem is it stays in the place, so if the fight kind of moves away or they see that and run away, you'll have to leave your cloud anyways, right? Shroud. So think about that. If it's worth the money, it's a lot of money actually that you have to farm. Always money that can be put into something here. You'll always need it for some type of item or utility, especially in Slark. So I would kind of just delay that until I'm really confident that my items are enough before investing into this. And yeah, that would be it with Slark. It can be really fun hero, especially when your team kind of helps you build up your essence shift. When you kill first one, you have a lot of stats stolen. The second one will be much easier than the third one. You can just kind of see how the whole chunks of their health just completely remove it, right? So yeah, that's it on the Slark, and I'll see you guys on the next one.